Let's look at the S&P 500 and the recent falls and put them in some kind of context. So the context we have over here is, of course, this fall isn't actually particularly shocking when you look at what's happened previously. We've had drops as steep as this in 1 week, in a day or two, actually over 3 or 4 weeks, and each one of these bars is a week. It can even get worse. Shouldn't surprise us if it does. Indeed, in 2022, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, quite a few days, where on the whole, pretty much every one of those, 10 weeks, every one of those was a downdraft. So where does that leave us in terms of what to do now? Well, at the moment, without further falls, it'd be premature to make a decision to exit. Equally, it'd be premature to say buy the dip. That would seem to be quite a risky strategy without more information. So if we look at this, and a 10% drop is quite common for the S&P without it being a change of direction, because that's what we're really looking for. When's it a change of direction as it was in 2022 compared to just a downdraft where, unless you're trading, you just leave it well alone. So looking at this, let's say I wanted to draw that as a potential channel, okay? Doesn't necessarily exist except in my imagination, you might argue, but nevertheless, where could we get to? Well, of course, we could well get to, say, another further fall to that bottom level. Of course, nothing stops it going lower. That would suggest deeper falls, obviously. Let's say it doesn't do that, but let's say instead, after that, it just climbs up here. Well, then what you're looking at from today's level is actually potential growth going forward. I can easily take something like this and extend it forward. Why not? And that takes us into, well, pretty positive territory over the course of the year. Now, we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know because we don't have a time machine whether that's going to go in that direction. But what we should prepare for is certainly further falls. That's part one. Part two we should prepare for is if it does drop below this support that I've drawn this channel, then we might need to reconsider and make a decision at that point whether we exit. But for the moment, there's nothing to be done. After all, either you're buying, well, that seems a bit premature to be buying the dip. Either you're selling, seems a bit premature to be panicking and exiting. Or you're holding. Well, at the moment, we're holding, and we'll revisit this and make a decision later on in terms of what to do. Decision making with the markets and investing ever since, well, actually before I became a hedge fund manager, and simplifying that decision process with clarity of thought and experience and having a strategy is what gives you the ability to see through the noise, keep calm, keep focused on the plan ahead, and avoid the panic that you see others have. Now, if you're trading on a day-to-day basis, your strategy is going to be different to if you're investing. And knowing what your outlook is, what your strategy is critical to determining your actions. Anyway, do like, follow, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Have a look at alpeshpatel.com/links, particularly if your pension's underperforming. You'll definitely want to look at that. alpeshpatel.com/links. And I hope to hear from you. Thank you.